are back with another episode of Bodybag Center. Ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that dial. We have a crazy episode coming up today. Right now we're in the middle of taking on some bandits that have allegedly been pursuing Alferic. I don't care about it. Alferic has just joined the team. He is an anchor healer. He's been added to the team, and quite frankly, I want him to fuck off. But for the sake of experience, let's go through it, all right? So right now we're in the middle of a battle, like I said. It's a three-way battle. We have rogues, we have Byleth and his team, and we got monsters, big-ass monsters. But let's see how the rest of this match progresses as we tune in back into Bodybag Center. I'm your host, Moonski. Let's get it. Now, Byleth should be able to get rid of this archer on the ballista. And Byleth proceeds to beat the everlasting dog shit out of the thief. Thief goes down. What's in his pockets? Byleth is about to find out, but not before he gets a beautiful level up, going up in HP, strength, speed, defense, and charisma. What a beautiful level up is that? And some bullion money is indeed in the pocket. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other enemies and what they have in their possession. This one has a bullion. This one also has a bullion, so they want to make sure they take care of these units, as well as Meliodas with the large bullion. That is a major cash right there. Edelgard comes through with the gambit, trying to put damage on this bird. Here comes Edelgard with the blaze, shattering that bird's defenses. Here comes Claude, combat arch, curved shot. Claude snipes Thief. Thief goes down. And Claude has hit level 30. Look at that strength, that speed. I'm liking that speed from Claude. He's about to start hitting 30 soon as Claude retreats back, finding himself in the bushes. That's going to be a nice safe play. Ash is going to move on up. He's going to try his best to go for the mini bow, trying to put some damage on this bird. And a crit from Ash, unheard of. Great crit, shattering that defenses. And contemplates it nice and safe with a fireball. Here he finds himself in the bushes trying to hold off these paladins. Happy with a bold play right now. She's gonna go for the up close swarm as Happy retreats. Dimitri approaches with the iron lance. Great poke from Dimitri. Dimitri's holding his position right here. Linhardt moves up, goes for an assist, trying to go for physics. Heals on Ash. Great heal, great awareness on the field. Now, what has been very smart is that they have been placing themselves on these little points of interest that sometimes may give units extra experience. Linhardt taking his time in leveling up, healing up the team, not getting as much XP as those of the units that have been killing units. He's actually been able to hold his own while getting XP while going on these certain spaces right here. Hilda approaching, trying to provide some support for Byleth. Byleth joining down over here, and they want to try to take out this giant beast as well. Alferic taking his time. He wants to go for a heal on Happy. The name of the game is just to keep everybody alive. All right. Thief approaching Hilda. Hilda with a beautiful dodge with the mace. And a crit from Hilda. And that's a dead horse. Talk about beating a dead horse. And here comes another one trying to approach Hilda as if he didn't see what happened to his buddy. Hilda says, "Oh, you thought you were safe." Ash with a crit unneeded. This is quite BM from Ash, but Ash says, "It's my body bag. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it." And Ash has just hit level 28. HP, dexterity, luck, and resistance. Some resistance. Edelgard with the iron axe. Great damage. Now it looks like at once where the team first started to turtle up in the middle of the map just to withstand that early on onslaught. Now looks like they have broken off into a couple different groups. We have Edelgard, Ash, Constance, and Claude taken on the right side. Then we have Dimitri, Linhardt, Happy, and we have Alferic in the middle. And we seem to have Yuri, Hilda, Byleth, and Byleth coming up on the left. Yuri comes through with the Nosferatu. He wants some little extra heals. All right, Happy come through with the swarm. Good damage. Now Happy has to be careful. It looks like Dimitri's gonna opt to get rid of this. Ooh, good vantage. Dimitri responds by retreating. after bodying the Steve. Dimitri finally hitting level 30, a much needed level up. Dexterity and charisma. Alfric goes for a nice heal on Dimitri. Now, I don't know how I feel about Alfric being on the team. He might get traded later, but right now he is here to stay. He's providing some needed support on the team as well. Good heals nonetheless. I just don't like him on the team. He doesn't blend well. He doesn't gel well. I don't want him on the team. Linhardt providing some heals for Hilda from afar. Now, Constance must be very careful when dealing with these knights, but she doesn't seem bothered at all. She's going to use her vulnerary, sit in a spot right here, get some pure water. She's welcomed the onslaught. First of the knights roll up, trying to do damage on his bird. Bird gets hit with knight 18, no damage. Good damage from the bird, weakening the Steve. And Ragnarok on the giant bird, taking out the bird. The bird is down. 28 damage. 1 damage on the thief. Now this Archer should do some critical damage to this bird. That bird is down. Archer moves up on Balthus. Now we're dealing with Balthus. Now Balthus, he is him. He's a Himbonian. He is Himi Neutron. He is Himi Turner. Balthus knows how to put a man on a t-shirt. That is my guy right there. We're talking about Balthus. Constance is hit. Is she worried? All right, Byleth with the killing edge. Great crit on the thief. Hilda moving on up with the mace. Balthus moving on up with the rally. Rally on Hilda. First of the Knights approaching Byleth. Byleth with a beautiful dodge. A good 12 damage. And a crit from Byleth. Great damage, great aggression. Look at that level up. Next knight rolls up. Byleth hits with 13, another 13. Mage is rolling on up. Good dodge from Yuri. Yuri responds back with 14. 9 guarded. We have a lot of units rolling on up. Paladin approaching Byleth. Hits for 14. Byleth not having it, but he misses. Misses again. Archer approaching Hilda, fires off, 18 damage, 52% chance hitting. Great dodge from Hilda. And Constant once again gets bum rushed by Disturbance. Instead of the outright attack, all right, looks like that call out. Looks like that timeout, the team was able to regroup, call a challenge, reformat, and play it about it differently. All right, Constance backs up. She gets all her Fimbulvtur. Fires off, 36 damage, goes for another one. Gets rid of the knight. The knight is down. Edelgard approaches with the mace. Dodges, gets him with an 8 of her own. Alferic and Yuri heal. All right, here is Happy with the Banshee. Taking out this warrior pretty handedly as well. And some bullion finds its way into Happy's pockets. Balthus runs up in the bushes, punches Archer, running the fucking sternum and the clavicle. Archer goes down easily. He is the Him Duncan of brawlers right now. Here goes Hilda, being a little bit of a Him Possible herself. Opts with a hand axe just so she's next to Balthus, giving him some extra needed buffs. Byleth opting for that crit. Here it is. All right, here comes Claude with the steel bow, trying to whittle down this thief. Hits the thief for 19, down to 34 HP. Can they do enough damage just to whittle it all the way down? Claude retreats back. He wants to stay out of the range, out of those mages. 26, they got to find a way to get down this warrior to 26. They can if they come through with the 11 sword. Nosferatu. It looks like Yuri with the Nosferatu. 6 damage. Looks like Dimitri's going for the Steel Lance. Great hit. Thief is down. Edelgard has provided some support. Here comes Matodi with a 6, another 6. Miss from Edelgard, another 6, another 6. Edelgard is getting comboed right now, but she's defending herself. Here comes Byleth. Has to be careful. 25 damage. This Ragnarok will provide to be pretty devastating if they're not careful. Mage approaches Yuri. Hits Yuri, beautiful guard with Aegis. No damage on the mage, no damage at all. Thief approaches Edelgard. Edelgard hits with 8. Edelgard responds back with 24. All right, here comes Claude with the Iron Axe. Yuri's running through the bushes. He finds himself. Now, it looks like Matodi was blocking a chest. If Yuri can go ahead and flank, they just have to hold their positioning for one more turn. Here's Byleth. Great punch. This body bag was brought to you by...
Rising to the occasion can be hard. Not everybody can meet what life demands. For some, they can power through with confidence. For others, there's HIMERALL. HIMERALL, the only 10 milligram tablet that will help suppress your inner bitch to bring out the confident warrior deep down inside your soul. Scientifically proven from the mountains of Himalayas to boost your self-respect and self-esteem at the same time. Patients that have taken HIMERALL have reported back a 5% increase within the first 4 hours of taking. People taking HIMERALL have also lost 10 pounds, but gained it where it really matters. So the next time you receive that text message when she said she fell asleep at 3 a.m., take a pill of HIMERALL. Wake up to what's possible. HIMERALL. Ask your doctor if HIMERALL is right for you. Don't take HIMERALL if you or your family have a history of selling out or have had multiple failure chokes in public display. Serious side effects may include increased ego, radicalized political ideology, delusion, the urge to create a relationship podcast, increased usage of the word aura and riz, and a false sense of reality. And don't worry, ladies, we got you covered too with that bitcherall, designed in every way to boost the self-esteem and self-confidence of every woman. Take a pill in the morning and right before bed just in case niggas forgot who they were playing with. Don't let that fuck nigga that you're currently with devalue you. Not everybody can pull off the clutch three-pointer. Not everybody can go long for the touchdown of a lifetime. Some of us are born him, but for the rest of us, there's HIMERALL. HIMERALL and that bitchroll. Unlock your inner confidence that you never knew you had. And ask your doctor about extra strength HIMERALL and bitchroll if you're feeling extra pussy. It might give you that extra kick to be that him deep down inside.
All right, looks like the team's gonna end their turn. Let's see how they proceed. Matodi approaching Edelgard once again. Edelgard being very smart about this defense right now. Goes for a whiff. Knight approaching Yuri. Yuri dodges, hits with a Nosferatu. Now they just need to buy Yuri some time just to go into the back lines, get to his chest. And Edelgard is holding off her positioning right here. Linhardt healing up Edelgard once again. She has to be the wall. Great defense holding that line. Once Yuri opens up that chest, he should be able to go ahead and take care of whatever Matodi has left. Matodi still pressuring Edelgard. Great defense from Edelgard. Now, Matodi definitely outclasses Edelgard in terms of dexterity, that speed, just overwhelming her. But with her defense, she should be able to hold her own. All right, with the 11 sword, Yuri is able to take care of that thief. This gives Yuri enough time to open that chest. And a silver sword plus is found. All right, Byleth finds himself in positioning As you can see, beautiful spacing from the team. They're just finding themselves just outside of Metodi's range. Only units that know that can deal with Metodi are entering it to draw him out. Edelgard holding him off. Metodi attacking Edelgard once again. Edelgard still whiffing. Metodi is not stopping, but relentlessly just throwing on these sixes. Byleth enters. Here comes Yuri. Yuri with the gambit. All right, a double gambit boost. Yuri with the blaze. This should put some damage on Metodi. Great damage on Metodi. Metodi can't move. And with Metodi's range being limited, here comes Ash moving on up with the iron plus bow. 18 damage on Metodi. Metodi seems very nervous right now. And here comes Happy. Happy with the swarm. Great hit from Happy. And Dimitri with the MVP. Now we're talking MVP. Dimitri was definitely finding himself in some very dicey situations, but he was able to draw off a lot of enemy fire very early in the game, just holding off those early Cavaliers. I think Dimitri definitely earns his MVP, a gold star on his jacket, putting himself up there with one of the greats. Who would have thought? Alferic is evil, but with a huge plot twist, it looks like Yuri was under his thumb the whole time. Looks like the Ashen Wolves are taken care of. The Ashen Wolves have been subdued. Yuri seems to be a bit of a turncoat, but it looks like he made his attack against Byleth. Lady Rhea and Alois regroup with what's left of Byleth team to report on what's happened. It looks like Alferic has been planning this with Yuri to take the rest of the remaining Apostle descendants and use the chalice to revive or put a soul in a vessel. Once again, who saw this coming? I did. I saw this coming. I think we all saw this coming. And once again, this is no Great Gatsby. Yuri reveals that he's been working with Alferic all along to take more blood for the sacrifice of Rite of Rising to work properly, to revive. It turns out that Yuri is not a double crosser, but he's a secret double agent. He's been working with Rhea this whole time to fool Alferic into this whole plan. Who would have thought? So many plot twists. Get me into the fucking game, please. Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of First Strike, where I'm going to give you the breakdown of the match to come. Now, with Yuri turning to be a double agent, looks like he's still on the team, but thankfully, Alferic has found his ass off the team. They have traded him, he's gone. He is now actually going to be on the opposing team now, but if we take a look at the team's makeup, Yuri is now holding that silver sword plus that he got in the last episode, so that's going to be really good. Byleth staying with that killing edge, that's going to be very crucial for this next upcoming match. I'm assuming that a lot of these players are just gonna, use their tried and true weapons. They don't have to go too crazy. Hand axe plus for Hilda, hand axe plus for Edelgard. That's been holding her down, along with a mace and a silver axe of her own. So she's gonna be holding it down on that front. So I think she's gonna be pretty solid. Claude, standard iron axe, mini bow, steel bow, nothing too crazy. Hilda, venom axe might come into handy, and she's gonna have a mace plus. Checking with the player stats, we have Byleth with the Armor Slayer newly equipped, as well as a newly upgraded Sword of the Creator. So Byleth is coming in with a little extra oomph. Look at that speed. Over the course of the season, Byleth's speed has gone astronomically high. His dexterity, we can't be forgetting about that. So Byleth has been holding it down. Next up, we have Balthus. Now, admittedly, I think his growths and his progression throughout the season could have been a lot more favorable, I will say. His strength is definitely impressive. His defense is really good. Also very evasive, surprisingly evasive. And him having these gauntlets allow for him to go for this double damage. Now, Balthus does have the axe just for some variety of damage in case he needs to get that little extra oomph depending on the weapon matchup. So he has that right there. Next up, we have Yuri, a threat on the field with the killing edge, as well as his Levin Sword. Now, his Levin Sword is kind of weak right now. It is looking on the verge of breaking. Now, if we could take a look at Yuri's speed, it has also seen some crazy level ups now. He's only leveled up about 6 times throughout this season, but since then, his speed has just been going up, up, up. His strength, his dexterity, and his resistance, and his luck. His luck is crazy. It's nuts. I know he's a trickster. That Lucky 7's coming into play. A lot of things are just kind of following in down the line. I think down the line of just greatness. He's just following the lines down of greatness. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Yuri. Up next, we have Constance. Now, something to take note of, Constance now is sporting the sword prowess, as well as she now has a sword plus in her inventory. Now, she does have some sword capabilities. This will give her a great deal of options when going up against other mages who might be having some high resistance. Constance might be able to attack them with her high resistance of her own, but attacking for physical damage. All right, so that's pretty good. Up next, we have Happy, who is also now sporting a Lance Prowess level 2. She's also sporting a Lance Plus, so similar things to Constance, having that physical attack where other units might be more magically defensive. She's able to attack for something physical now. Her dexterity looking pretty good, magic looking pretty good, and her resistance. So those are some things to be pointing out right now for Happy. She's looking pretty good. Liking her level ups now. She could have spread a little bit more in speed. She's very slow for this stage in the game, so she has to play around that. Up next, coming from the house of the Adrestian Empire, we have Edelgard. This fucking wall. Edelgard has been very integral to this team in just terms of just sponging hits, drawing out enemy fire for other enemies to come through, and stalling. So Edelgard definitely has a position right now that has made her quite valuable for their team. Look at that strength, 34. Oh my goodness. That defense, like I said, 30 is amazing, as well as her charisma. Being really good with battalions, I think that this should really put Edelgard on the map. When we're talking about just key integral units, now we got the Iron Axe, we got a Silver Axe, we have a Hand Axe Plus. She just has a well-suited kit in terms of just axes. Just to deal with most situations. She's going to be a powerhouse. She has combat arts of Monster Breaker, Helm Splitter, and Smash if she ever needs that extra oomph for damage on the field. Up next, coming from the House of Fargus, we have Dimitri. Look at that strength, 35. Look at that dexterity, 27. Speed, 21. Could be a little higher. Charisma, 27. Almost 30. His battalion usage is going to be insane, especially with Kingdom Knights. Be able to attack in a nice straight line, attacking multiple units. Pretty good. Now, I know you see it. Dimitri now is sporting a Killer Lance. He's going to be quite devastating. Javelin Plus, going to be pretty nice as well as sporting the Iron Sword. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, with that said, the team is definitely going to have to do some rearranging to deal with this map right now. Looking at the field, we have a lot of archers and rogues on the right-hand side. Happy. We have Constance on the right-hand side. We have Yuri and Volvis on the left-hand side, as well as we're dealing with a lot of berserkers. I feel like this team is definitely going to pay a lot of attention towards that right-hand side, especially with these units that can attack very quickly and from a distance. We also have these mages down the line that I'm assuming, yes, they have a lot of ranged magic attack. Bolting, I'm assuming this one also has bolting. This has bolting as well, yes. And then last but not least, we have the son of a bitch himself, Alferic, with that Ragnarok. He has quite a bit of spells. Meteor in his baloney. He has quite a bit of shit in his arsenal. And we also cannot forget that there is a chest over here. So if we have Ash on this side, pick that chest, see what's able to get in there. We also have some droppable items, some bullions, and get some cash in that pocket. We also have some more money over here. So we have a lot of shit. Now, one thing to be mindful of, since the Rite of Ritual is happening during this match, as you can see right here, blood sacrifice, they will lose HP every turn until this match is over. So they're going to be well equipped. They're going to have to be a little bit careful not to be too drained by the time they enter combat with enemies. But we have characters like Linhardt that can probably do some physics to heal up certain members of the team. And I think their team has to do some readjustment for what's going on. All right, looks like Edelgard is going to go ahead and man the front lines on the left-hand side. Dimitri's going to join her. And it looks like Claude is going to go ahead and find himself on the right-hand side.
And if you really want to see how next match will proceed, you're going to want to tune into the next episode of Bodybag Center. How will Byleth and his crew deal with what Alferic has to throw at them? Who will fall? Who will rise? We'll find out soon. Don't touch that now. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is your host, Moonsky, signing off. This is Bodybag Center.